So guys, today back on a video on the channel. Today we're here for the Newcastle United versus Leeds preview. It's a massive game. Both clubs absolutely hate each other. Shame no fans are allowed in the stadium for the game, but it's going to be a big one. In the video we'll look at Leeds, look at Newcastle, obviously reflect more on the win versus West Brom, look how Leeds are going to approach the game with their recent result and injuries and whatnot. Make sure to leave a like, lads, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let's try and get a good goal. Let's try, you know what lads, right? There's not that much days left to the end of the year. Can we hit like 8.5k? It's a massive goal. It's like 400 subs away, but if you could subscribe to the channel it would mean a lot. Obviously I got a lot of subs on the West Brom game, finally back with the videos, and there's going to be so many videos coming up with the Christmas schedule, so if you could subscribe to the channel it would mean a lot. Anyway lads, let's get into the video now. Let's look at Leeds. So Leeds United this season obviously finally back in the Premier League after 16 years or something, and they're finally back. Obviously, the fans can't be in the stadium to experience that, which is a bit of a shame, but they've had an okay start of the season. Premier League table, they're sitting 14th in the league, which, it's okay. There was a stage where they were like 7-6 in the league near the start of the season, but they've dipped down a bit, but they're still above the relegation zone by 6 points. So they really need to win this game and hope Fulham lose so they can stay away from the relegation zone. Let's look at their last couple of games now. Starting off with a 0-0 draw in a relegation battle versus Arsenal. And then a massive win, a 1-0 win over Everton. 3-1 defeat versus Chelsea where Frank Lampard got his revenge back on Bielsa. And then the most recent one, a 2-1 defeat on Friday night versus West Ham. So when you look at them games, it's 1 win, 1 draw, 2 losses in their last couple. It's not terrible, and they have played well in some of them games. Like against West Ham, they probably weren't the better side, but they didn't play bad from what I've seen on Match of the Day. Against Arsenal, probably should have won. They might hit the post God knows how many times. But obviously Leeds, any Leeds fans watching, you all know Bielsa. You love him, right? You love him. He is a class coach, and for me, if he could just speak English, because there's a lot of English lads in that team, like your Calvin Phillips, your Cooper, obviously I know he's Scottish, but he still speaks an English accent. Cooper, Bamford, a lot of players in there who speak English. I think, obviously they are doing well and they've got some good results this season, but for me that could really help them for his future at the club. I don't know how long he's going to be there, but obviously Leeds, massive fan base, wanting to win this game. They hate the Geordies. Last time we went to Elland Road was a 2-0 win in the Championship with a Dwight Gale double. That was a class day, that. Really good. And obviously Dwight Gale scored against West Brom, so can he get another one against Leeds? Let's hope so. So obviously Leeds, with the sign that they made, Rafinha from Rennes in Ligue 1, and obviously Rodrigo, some big names there. Have they adapted well to the Premier League so far? Obviously, Rafinha got that goal versus Everton in a crucial win, but Rodrigo hasn't really hit the live running yet. He's got that goal versus Man City, but you expect me to do a little bit better. Like Bamford was shit in the Championship, but he's too good for the Premier League. How does that work, man? But going into the game for Leeds, I expect them to be very like rock hard. They'll want to win the game. They're versing the Geordies, we're versing the scummy Leeds, and it will be a massive game for both clubs. Obviously, if we win, if I look at the table again, if we win, we're 12th in the Premier League. If we win, we go on 20 points. That can push us up to 6th or 7th in the league, which is crazy because the way we've been recently, I'll get onto us in a second, it's a bit up and down, but we've got 2 wins in the back, obviously the COVID situation, but it's going to be an interesting game against Leeds United. So then, Newcastle United now, obviously we got a massive win against West Brom. It wasn't the greatest performance, we're used to that now, it's Brucey Ball, but it was a good result for the team, and obviously getting 2 wins in a row now, leaving it late in both games. It was a good win for Newcastle, a good 3 points for us, and the way we want to go forward, it's going to be hard because with the Christmas schedule and the players we've got out with COVID. Federico Fernandez came out on Instagram and said that he was one of the ones with coronavirus and he is back, so I expect him to play on Wednesday. Being back, it was the first time we didn't have Fernandez since it was like the 27th of October 2019. He's played every game since then and he's been a rock, and we didn't really miss him against West Brom, but it is West Brom, they're not the greatest side. We'll need him for against Leeds. We can't be using Hayden as a centre-back. We need him in the CDM. Obviously, the predicted team video will be out tomorrow after I see Steve Bruce's press conference, but it is going to be a massive game. Obviously, who do you start up top? Gale getting that goal. Do you bring him into the side? Obviously, Wilson has to start. But who do you start with Wilson? Do you keep Joe Linton, who had another good performance for Newcastle? Or do you play Gale? Or do you bring someone else in? It's going to be hard for the choice of what's going to happen with the squad. But obviously, you'll see that tomorrow. We'll wait and see if there's any more COVID stuff and whatnot. Let's hope there isn't. But let's just hope we can get a result, lads. After the last couple of games, if we can get 3 wins in a row, and then we've got Fulham at home on Saturday, which is yet again another winnable game after they just drew against Liverpool, but it is still a winnable game. If we picked up 4 wins in a row, that would be ridiculous. I can't remember the last time Newcastle United done that, like getting so many wins in a row. There's always a loss or a draw hiding there. If we can start off this now, and obviously not having Maxi, not having Ryan Fraser, we're doing well without them players. So let's just hope we can keep that resilience and really go forward with the squad. If I've got to say a prediction, obviously we're confident at the minute. Leeds lost their last game. I'm going to go with a 2-1 Newcastle. But lads, that is the end of the preview. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Watch the West Brom videos. They've done well on views and stuff like that. So if you could go and watch them, it would have been a lot. Anyways, lads, I'll see you off the predicted team tomorrow, and then the game is on Wednesday. Amazon Prime as well, so you've got Amazon Prime, you can watch the game for free. Anyways, lads, I'll see you all in the next video.